Okay, so here I am. I'm going to show y'all how to remove these capacitors. And I have well, the school has a real nice paste machine, and then I have a personal one at home. But I'm going to remove these. I'll just do one, and it's a desoldering machine. And so this is the solder sucker. I just cleaned the tube in here. So just like any other soldering iron or or the way you solder is you clean the tip, then you put a little bit of solder on it. And so I just cleaned the tip, and then you just put some solder on it. Hopefully it's okay. And now you figure out where they're at. So it's going to be this one right here. I'm hoping it's in focus because I can't even see, my phone's on it. And right away, all right, let's see. Put it on there. All right, and do this. So that's coming out real nice. The next one is this one right here. And you want to face it down because that way the solder goes into the gun. It flows a lot easier down into the gun. And so as I was saying earlier, when you're desoldering with an instrument like this, you definitely want to be in this position because you want the solder to flow in here. I know on mine that I have at home, it's a newer version than this machine here. And when you press the button and you let it go, it continues going for about 2 seconds afterwards. And that's so that the solder doesn't stay in here and gets all the way into this guy right here. Let me show y'all. I had to clean this earlier because it had a lot of hope it'll come out. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's stuck up the top. Yeah, it's stuck up there, way up there. Anyway, there's a glass tube in here, and that's where all the solder accumulates. And there's a filter. I don't know if y'all can see that, this filter right here. That white thing. Anyway, and then there's like this little wavy aluminum thing, and you have to you clean it. You can spray it with oh god, can't remember. We used to use this stuff called blue wash or something like that, and you take out all the stuff that's in there. You remove the solder bits, and then wow, let me see if I can without breaking this thing, see if I can move it down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's where all the solder goes into. The one I have, you can use this. It's a smaller version of this, or they have these paper cartridges, and once it gets filled, you just throw them away, or I'm sorry, you properly dispose of them, because there's lead and stuff if you're using silver solder all the time. But anyway, here's a filter. You take this out. I have this dowel that I push everything out, and then you can spray that blue wash in there, clean it. It'll take off all the rosin and all that. And then you take mineral oil and you put a couple of drops in there, and I have a special brush that came with the system, and you kind of swash the mineral, line the inside of the tube with mineral oil, and then you take this silver wavy thing and you put mineral oil on there on it too, and you put it in there, and it's just so that the solder didn't stick on it. Anyway, And so this is the way it goes. It goes in here like this, and that's it. And this thing works pretty awesome. So yeah, and they are expensive. I mean, I can't, you know, I'm not going to say that they're cheap. It is an expensive tool. I think if you if you bought one of these guys and didn't have this thing will set you back about $400 just for this. So, all right, I've already taken off these guys. I've already unsoldered these guys, and I've got the parts in last Friday. They're all right here. So, and these are the capacitors. Let's see, this is 50 volt at 47 microfarad, and that's what these guys are. Whoa. 57. I was 470 at 50 microfarads. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, 47. 470 at 50. That's these. And then these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are all 16 at 1000, 16 at 1000. These were the ones who were really, really bulging and all that. I went ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and change these. I'm going to just shotgun them. These, you know, like I was saying before, we could probably test these, but I'm good. I'm just going to let it go. So, and then I'll try and do a video when I put this in, and hopefully it'll turn on. Okay, see y'all later. By the way, you do need to measure the diameter of these guys and the height, and then, you know, order the proper, you know, diameter and height. And then they are laying down, because the back cover, I don't know if you can see these white things right here. The back cover comes and kind of touches that right here, these things. So yeah, they got to be laying down. And so you definitely want to measure the diameter. This is the 16 at 1000 microfarad. Got them at Mosier. I think they were like 84 cents, something like that. And these are the 470 at 50 volts, and they were like 12 by 20. A little bit thicker than these. But anyway, definitely do that. Otherwise, you may get capacitors and they're not going to fit, or you won't be able to put the board. The back isn't going to fit on the TV or whatever. All right, later. All right, so here's that Vizio I was working on. I put it all back together, put the capacitors in, and it's working. All right. Hope this helps people. Later.